countdown.
Here we go. And welcome back to Houston Live. And now on the show, please welcome Umair Khan with Miro Miros.
Thank you. Thanks
Umair,
for
welcome
having
to the
me.
show.
Thank you
Welcome
very
to the
much.
show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. And I wanted to say thank you for this beautiful dress.
It looked gorgeous on you.
Thank you, thank you. And it is.
Stunning.
Thank you. And it is.
Sharmati kaise?
Has some desi touch, of course.
Of course.
It's a combination
Thank you, my
right
friend.
now. Absolutely, of course.
Well, of course, you know, when your husband says it, you feel a little, oh, okay.
Yes.
So it's really comfortable and yet really stunning at the same time, which usually when you think of dresses like this, you think heavy and uncomfortable, and this
Right.
is just nothing like
Well,
that.
actually, I was just talking about backstage, like all my pieces, it designed in a such way that I have to keep the level of comfort when you put it on. So you can move your body accordingly, like freely. It's not you just kind of get stuck in there somewhere. So you just need to feel free in there. So this is what it is right there.
I feel free.
You do.
Yes, I
You
do.
look great. तो उबेर यार ये बताओ कि कब से मतलब कैसे घुसे इंडस्ट्री के अंदर कब डिजाइनिंग करनी शुरू करी. Tell us the story behind Umair Khan.
Well, I have started briefly. I mean, I started in the fashion industry as a model. So I've done like 3 years of modeling, fashion model for like different designers, local designer and some international designers as well. But afterwards, I wanted to change, what exactly I need to pursue my degree in. So I already have seen taste the fashion industry already. So I said, okay, you know what? I think I'm just going to go pursue my degree in fashion designing and merchandising. So I graduated in 2007, and since then I've been designing and achieving my
तो
goal.
यहाँ Houston आने से पहले you were in New York, right?
Yes, I was in New York.
And we did some homework on our end, right? We know that you had the opportunity to work with Valentino. Is that?
Yes, actually, when I was a student, so I applied to work with Valentino as an assistant designer. I got a call, and I was ready to pack up from Houston, and I said, okay, you know what? Goodbye, Houston, and welcome to New York.
There you go.
Valentino is my favorite designer, by the way. Actually, I can use him as my muse and my mentor and stuff because I mean he's a brilliant designer. So I mean I got this opportunity to work, but some downturns happen. I wouldn't able to make to New York. I mean I can go to New York, but the thing is I have picked my family choice at that time to stay in Houston and decline that offer. But I think everything has a main basic opportunity and basic reason. So if I working for Valentino, I wouldn't never have Mary Mary's label.
There you go.
Right,
So
that's
you, I know you're from the same birthplace as I am, from
Yes.
Karachi, Pakistan.
Yes.
काफी हमारे Pakistani भाई बहन
Alright.
show देखते हैं.
Yes.
So I'm sure that they would want to hear from you in Urdu.
Of
तो
course.
मतलब यार एक थोड़ी ज़रा उर्दू के ना गुफ्तगू हो जाए कि
Zabardast.
मतलब कि भाई क्या
Like Karachi style?
Karachi style, of course,
Right.
And so I would like for you to just tell us कि भाई what are your upcoming designs, what can we expect? I know you are somebody के जो box से outside करता है.
Right.
Okay ना? तो जल्दी से ज़्यादा time नहीं है because I want to see your models too.
I am not going to talk about my upcoming designs. मैं अभी तो नहीं बताऊंगा ज़्यादा उसके बारे में because everything I keep it like a
secrets हैं यार इसमें ये.
it's a designer secret. I mean it's not like a paradox or something, but the thing is you have to keep something secret, something very you keep it
Uniquely to yourself.
it's a priority, right?
Okay.
So the thing is you cannot just I don't do sneak peek preview shows or anything like that. I just do one show and I wanted to show everything that's what exactly I was talking about. In the meanwhile, I do my homework. मैं सारी चीज़ें देखता हूँ कि कौन सा designer. I'm not following anybody or anything, but at the same time, like the thing is, what's the trend? But at the same time, like Jen and I, we were talking about it. I hate to be a follower. I'm born to lead. I wanted to be a leader. So why don't you distinguish yourself to being a leader to describe what you are doing
सही बात है.
completely differently,
सही बात है.
right? So the thing is, I can give you definitely a hint about my next collection. There's two words. One is going to be Ibiza, and the second is a tape. So
I like both those
Well,
words.
why don't you show us what you're currently
Yes, absolutely.
Have for us
Please
this
do.
evening for our viewers?
sure. Yes, Kimberly, come please. She's wearing my 2016 fall-winter collection, and my whole collection is actually based on tulips inspired. It's a French tulip, and it's inspired by it's inspired by tulips. So the thing is, what is the uniqueness of this design? I have never used this design to use all my designs to use like dart fitting or anything like that. I use mainly like all the seam fit. I use all the meshes to get it fit. Kimberly, if you can show it a little bit over here on this side. No, on the front, please. Over here, if you can see, all this is our seam fitted. Princess seam over here, there is no darts whatsoever, not even on the skirt either. And the thing is, the reason why I wanted to use the tulips, this is a special kind of tulips which is bloomed during the fall season in France and Netherlands. So, and the thing is, the texture of the fabric I wanted to use to describe it's the uniqueness of that flower. So, इसका जो fabric है, I've used silk fabric use किया इसके अंदर मैंने. And the thing is, all these hand beads over here, this which is described as the dews on the leaves.
Very nice.
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Very unique dress.
Thank you. Brie. This one is another. That was actually a second from the last from my collection, and this is actually I wanted to use all this fabric. This is just describing all the stems of the tulips. If you see over here, Brie, if you turn around on this way, if you see all those the stems over here describing the tulips, and the cutouts I have given out over here, it is very flexible, and the thing is like hugging to the body beautifully. If you turn around, Brie. And if you look over here, it's like a nicely cut it out over here from the hip area, and at the bottom side has a small train to it as well. So this is like just two pieces of mine for to showing you off in this collection, but it is mainly it's this whole collection was consist on about like 19 pieces.
Wow.
Yes.
Very beautiful
Very
pieces.
beautiful.
Thank you
very
so much
much.
for sharing
Great.
them
Thank
with
you.
us. They are really stunning.
Thank you.
So I know Anil, काफी हमारे callers ने already call किया पूछ रहे थे कि भाई oh, we have a caller.
Yes.
Caller, you're on the air with Houston Live.
जी हेलो
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी मिसेस सईद बात कर रही हैं न्यू जर्सी से
जी जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम.
जी you have like two great designers on the set today. So मेरा छोटा सा question है कि when you create designs for let's say size 4, 6, 10, but when you go to the retail store, you see the same design that's been created for 4, 6, like small sizes, medium, as well as for the large sizes. So is it okay for a person to wear those designs which are being created for 4, 6, or small? So how would you rectify that? How would you, what are the best tips that a bigger person would choose from that you can give to them? And also, Annie se mera ye question hai कि Annie, do you have a website, or can we visit your website, or do you ship to New Jersey?
ठीक
you
है.
can
नहीं, so
kindly
let
answer
me
that.
ask the question to. I'm going to have Jen ask the question to the panel, and then we will have individually give their details कि उनकी कहाँ उनकी boutiques हैं, how to get in touch with them. I'm almost sure, yes, any one of three of these can ship the stuff to you in New Jersey. Jen, do you want to ask a
I
question?
think she had a really great question. Basically, when you're designing things, styling, etc., that the same designs are out there for a size 2, size 4, size 6, size 8, size 10.
Right.
And I think if I'm understanding her question correctly, that she's saying, is it right or okay for the size 10 person to wear the same thing as the size 2 person? And kind of how can that be rectified where you're designing things that are for people that are not a size 2? And caller, please correct me if I'm wrong.
As a designer perspective or point of view, I believe, as I say, this design is not just done for size 2 or size 6 models. Anybody can do it, anybody can wear it. And since I'm a couture dress maker, so I can take custom orders and I can create exactly whatever their body size and the dress sizes. I can create something according to them, and we can deliver as well.
Great. What about Rami? You wanted to say something, Anil?
Yeah. So I have a lot of clientele out of state. So the first thing we do is we look at the design. Sometimes the embroidery is not placed at the proper position where it look good on a size 10. Now, I'm not saying anything against that. Everybody is different. Not everyone is a size 2. Not everyone is a model, right? So there's little tweaks that you have to do in order to fit that size 10. Just minor tweaks where the customer, the clientele is aware of that, because it's like a whole process, like I said. And then, so what I do is I usually FaceTime them if they have FaceTime. Now WhatsApp has video chatting, so I video chat anybody, and then I show them how properly to take their measurements in order to get their custom fit dress.
Great. Anil, how about you? What
Me styling it, I think size really don't matter, but yeah, body shape does, of course. Color matters, that's what it goes more, skin tones. So size, like I said, we have from 000 now, this designing started, designers before, we don't have a lot of issues before. So we do from 000 to depend how it goes on it. When people say 10 now, before American size is different, 10,
right.
than compared to European.
Right.
So what we start doing is as an international designers become so much they want to sell overseas and everything. So basically what my recommendation with what listeners, everyone, we give measurements, right? Basically we want 3 measurements, depend on like bust, waist, and hips. And the figure, like, see how tall they are. So our designers can help them. Style is out there. It's not like everything. Yes, but her question is, yes, if the same dress looks good from 0 to 10, yes, it does.
Excellent.
It's
Thank
not
you
like
so
the
much
figure
for clarifying that
yes,
for us.
yes,
I
yeah,
appreciate that. That was a great way to end it.
Right.
So we're going to go ahead, I think, on that note and wrap up the show for this evening. Sunny, why don't you close it out for us?
Even though I would hate to, I think we really enjoyed the show here
Yes,
with
absolutely.
such great knowledge.
Yes.
And I want to thank each one of you, Anil, Rana, Rami, Omer.
Thank you
for
very
coming to
much.
the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for watching Houston Live, and join us next week. We have another great guest panel coming, geared towards shadis, bridals. You don't want to miss the show
Bahut
coming up next
exciting,
week.
hey.
Bahut hi exciting show.
There
hai.
you go. She's talking.
And-
Thora sa.
And the thing is, with a good accent.
Thank you so much for
15 saal ho
watching.
gaya.
Assalamu
That's
alaikum.
really great.
Great,
Congratulations.
and I want to thank our set designers, Deco Art, who has put together this fantastic
yes.
showcase
I have
over
actually
here.
used their services as well for my
And,
shows too. So.
Please tune in next week. Khuda Hafiz.
Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz.